What's up, everybody? It is Saturday.
Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light. Driving in your car.
Saturday all day. Just got off the phone with my friend Steve. He lives down in Alabama. Alabama.
I never want to go home, because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight.
We grew up together. I call him once in a while. I was like, I saw this new Toyota Tundra truck, and I was like, God, I like that truck. I mean, I'm driving a perfectly good car, but for some reason, I get in my head, I'd like to maybe get that truck. So what do? I load up my car, head up the road, and on the way up, I said, you know what, I'm gonna call Steve.
Because I want to see people and I want to see life. Driving in your car, oh please don't drop me home, because it's not my home, it's their home, and I'm welcome no more.
So I call him and he doesn't answer, but he calls me back, of course. And we're chatting on the way up. And I get there and I'm still on the phone with Steve, and I pull up, I park, because I'd rather talk to Steve, honestly, than go talk to these salesmen. No offense to salesmen, but God, the ones up at that Toyota dealership are annoying. I looked at a truck once before up there, and he's like, I go, can we just take it for a test drive? Well, I'm gonna need your keys, sir, and we need to go and talk to my manager, and he needs to interview you and discuss some stuff with you before we can. I'm like, forget it. Give me my car. Bye-bye.
And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Take me out.
So I didn't have a great experience up there, and I knew that was probably going to happen this time. So when I got there, I ended up parking in the parking lot, talking to Steve, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this. Turned the car back on, took off, and drove down over here by Broadkill and flew the drone. But ended up having a great conversation with Steve. Love, I try to spend most of my life, for the most part, just kind of staying in the moment, staying in the day. But it's always fun to talk to old friends and reminisce about the old times, and remind myself, so to speak, why I make the decisions I do today. And he reminded me, he said, you and I would get together and we'd get alcohol in ourselves and we would just go at each other. And I was like, God, I don't remember that. But he's like, you would just turn into a different person. I do remember that. When I used to drink, I was an asshole.
Tonight, take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. And in the darkened underpass, I thought, oh God, my chance has come at last.
And I like to tell myself that there was a time in my life when I used to drink and I wasn't, but I'm pretty sure that as soon as I started drinking, I became an asshole. And, it's another reminder of why I'm glad I don't drink today. There are days where I think, geez, beer would be good, or this would be good. No, it wouldn't. It'd be bad. And it's not the reason I called Steve. It wasn't the reminder that I was looking for, but it was good to hear it. But it was, it was great to talk to Steve, and we had such a great childhood. And I don't mean like 9, 10. I mean, we were 19, 20. I mean, we were still children, and we just had such a good time, and we partied and, you know, lived it up. And, you know, we were talking about a friend of his, and it was a friend of mine who ended up taking his life, which is horrible. And, you know, and he said, you know, that you know, his friend had just become very tired. And I can relate to that. You know, there was a time in my, even sober, life just becomes so exhausting. Ugh. And, you know, a lot of the times I realize that I'm just not getting my way. And sometimes me not getting my way is exhausting. Because I just want my way all the time. And, you know, I feel bad for anybody that gets in that dark place. And I have been there, and it's not a great place to be. And, you know, it's always sad to hear about friends that we lose like that. And I'm always amazed that, you know, guys like Steve and I are still around. The amount of alcohol and drugs that I pumped into my system back in those days could have been lethal to some people. And some you know, some days I wonder how come I'm still here. You know, but here I am. Another good friend of mine, I just was reminded of, that he passed away because of drugs and alcohol, was the guy that really wasn't into drugs and alcohol. At least not when we were running. But later on in his life, and I was telling Steve the same thing, at the end of my drinking, it was just me sitting in an apartment drinking by myself. And, you know, I think that's, you know, as life goes on and we split from our friends and we just become more alone, you know, maybe we pick up our drinking, maybe we pick up our drug use or whatever it was. And this guy, who I would have never have thought would have ever died because of drugs and alcohol, mixed drugs and alcohol and died. And just a great guy. Big inspiration to me when I was young. He was an amazing guitarist, and, you know, it was just his birthday, and I was reminded on Facebook that, you know, happy birthday. You know, a lot to be grateful for today. Just went and flew the drone. Steve said, hey, can I have a song request? And I was telling him that I've been really into Social Distortion lately. And it's not like I haven't known about Social Distortion. I just, for some reason, at this point in my life, I've started getting back into it. And he says, well, I've really been getting into the Smiths. And I know who the Smiths are. And now that's got me going, I'm going to check out the Smiths. But he asked me, can you do a song request? So I'm going to put a song in this vlog. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. He had to text me and I've already forgotten. But it's the Smiths. I'll put it in the description. It's from my boy Steve down in Alabama. Every time I say Alabama, I think of Forrest Gump. Alabama. Very funny movie. I hope everyone's having a great day. It's the day after Good Friday. Hope it wasn't a letdown. Tomorrow's supposed to be 85. I will be going to the beach. If I'm red and burnt and smoked up tomorrow, it's because first day to the beach. But it's a great day. Steve, stay strong, brother. All right, bye-bye.
But then a strange fear gripped me and I just couldn't ask. Take me out tonight. Oh, take me anywhere. I'm teared, I'm teared, I'm teared. Driving in your car, I never want to go home because I have